What is up, chosen ones? It is Fearfully Made. I'm back with another quick motivational video. So I do have a string of messages for you guys tonight, but I got mom duty tonight, and so after I'm done with mom duty, I'm gonna sit down and put those messages out for you guys. But before I do those, I just want to motivate somebody to keep going no matter what, to never ever give up, no matter what you're going through, no matter what obstacles life hits you with. Life is meant to break you. It's meant to knock you down. It's meant to make you want to give up on those things that you love so much. Life is going to just really break you down, and it just wants you to quit. It's like the enemy just and his cohorts just keep hitting us with trial after tribulation, after situation, after circumstance. It's always going to be something that we're going to have to overcome. And the reason for this is because the enemy knows that you have a purpose to fulfill, chosen ones. And the enemy wants to stop you the enemy wants to stop you from fulfilling your purpose. Excuse me. I cannot talk ever, especially like when I'm around people in a store doing a message. I just get nervous. And we have to deal with that because he has a job to do, right? And his job is to, recruit, souls to the kingdom of darkness. And our job is to recruit souls to the kingdom of heaven, okay? That's our purpose here on this earth, is to recruit more souls into the kingdom of heaven. Some of you chosen ones go through a lot of spiritual warfare because that is your purpose, and the enemy knows that that's your purpose, right? So he wants to stop you from even getting to the point of starting what God has put you here to do in the first place. When I got the vision to do my messages on YouTube, I was sleeping at a battered women's shelter called Eagle's Nest in St. Paul, Minnesota. And I remember in the middle of the night, I was sitting up in my bed. This is the year I lost everything. I had my awakening. My sister just died literally a month later, I believe. I believe it was about a month later. And I had a vision sitting up in my bed, and I was getting ready to go to work. At 5 o'clock in the morning, I was working for a health insurance company called Medica at the time. And God had gave me a vision of me sitting up on YouTube doing videos. And I'm just like, YouTube? That's weird. And then it was just like, I heard a small, still voice say, next year. Now, after I got the after I got the divine instruction, I was like, okay, I didn't really see myself doing it because I wasn't confident in myself. I was in a toxic relationship at the time. I was homeless, struggling, just dealing with a lot. And that toxic relationship was on and off. If you guys want to know more about it, watch my personal page. So long story short, a month later, my sister died, and I literally went into this deep depression. And then after my sister died, she was really, really sick. They announced that COVID hit, right? And so by this time, I had moved to Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. I was sheltered in a really small town. 6 months later, me and my ex had gotten back together, and we found an apartment in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And on May 15th of 2019 or 2020, May 15th of 2020 is the day that I posted my first YouTube video. And I remember that because that was the day that I had moved into our apartment after struggling with homelessness for a year. Honey, them spiritual awakenings ain't no joke. Just imagine life being normal, and then next thing you know, you're able to see in the spirit, hear in the spirit, talk to God. I'm talking about, I literally lost everything behind my awakening because I was so spiritually minded. At the time, I was no earthly good. But if you're in the middle of an awakening and it's your first time having it, just a tip, find balance, okay? Learn how to master the art of going to work, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
And taking care of what you have to do in the middle of being able to, while being able to hear in the spirit, see in the spirit, all that. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're just spiritually gifted. God has anointed you, and you're about to find out some things that you ain't never know before. Oh, my nerves are so bad because I'm still in the middle of the store, so please forgive. Anyways, so even after all of that, I ended up getting into another toxic argument with my ex after 2 years of living there in 2022. And so I ended up taking my kids to a shelter out of the state. I didn't feel safe living in Minnesota no more. And so I moved to Texas, and I ended up sending my kids back to Minnesota with my mom after we went to Texas. And I had to sleep in my car. You know what I'm saying? So I was door dashing around Texas, sleeping in my car, doing TikTok videos, posting prophetic messages. The reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I was going through a lot. I was dealing with a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? My sister just died. I was struggling with homelessness. Yet, I still focused on what God wanted me to do. Because all of the things that I went through it was a wrench being thrown in my life so that I could get distracted from what God has purposed me to do. So I hope that this encourages somebody. Some of you chosen ones are experiencing a heavy battle. You're always going through trials and tribulations, dealing with things because you have a purpose. You have a calling on your life, and the enemy knows about it, but you don't know about it. And they're hoping that you never find out why God sent you to this earth. You have a purpose, and God has a plan for your life, and that's why you're going through what you're going through. But it's your job to ask the Lord, what is my purpose? What is my plan for this life that you've given me? What do we talk about before you sent me down here? What did you ask me to do? And I will do it. So unfortunately, some people never even make it to that point to even find out what their purpose is here to do, right? Get to the point where you know what God has called you to do so that you can get started. Because the enemy's going to keep attacking you and throwing a wrench in your life until you find out who you are, whose you are, and what's your purpose here to do. I love you so much, chosen ones. I'll talk to you soon. Y'all will in peace.